Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, happy 420 to all the smokers and potheads out there of many kinds. I am sober today. I thought about getting some edibles or something like that for myself, but I probably won't spend any money on any of that right now. Talked to my sister, one of my sisters, who's in town with my little brother Matthew and my stepmom, and it's fantastic that they're in town. But the way that I feel right now, I don't know if I'll be connecting with them, to be honest with you. It just is what it is, man. I'm living on this side of town with no car. The way things are going, I just don't want to connect with people, get them caught up on what's been going on. A lot of my family in that way. Over there, I don't think they really know what's going on with me. I don't remember telling them anything about this at all. So for me, it's like, if I'm being completely honest with you, I'm not really looking forward to the update. I'm not really looking forward to so how you been doing, how's work, and then having to answer that conversation. I just don't want to do it. I really don't. And you know, that's unfortunate because I got a lot of people in my life that love me a lot, but it feels like, I feel like I'm in a different version of what I was going through when I was in Lenox. I'm leaving the house and, you know, going down the street, doing all the stuff, but I'm not really interacting with people. And my interactions are far and in between. When I go to the store, I interact with the people I'm buying whatever from. If I'm, you know, getting on the train, I stay to myself. Walking down the street, stay to myself. I'm not talking to anybody. So it just feels like another version of the same thing. You know, whether I'm out and about, yeah, I'm more comfortable in the presence of others. But as far as me, like, being involved in anything at all, nah, not at all. And as far as like keeping in touch with people that I love, not very much. I talk to my uncle in my prayer group every Sunday at 4:30. I talk to them. But like a lot of the people that I would otherwise, if everything was normal, talk to, I don't reach out at all. If people don't reach out to me, they don't talk to me. And so I don't know. I feel like that's very comfortable for me, but it leaves me with a poor reputation as somebody who doesn't be in people's lives. You know how it is. I'm fortunate enough to where I don't have any children, so that's not a problem as it pertains to that type of thing. But it's just, that's what's comfortable to me. And I think that's not acceptable to people. You know what I mean? And I don't blame them. I don't think that's acceptable when things are normal. But the more I learn about my mental health and what I've been through and how it equates to how I view the world, when I look at what I've been seeing in my phone for the last 9 months, with the genocide and all of that, some of that, just, it makes me not want to talk to anybody, to be honest with you. It makes a lot of what it is I've been through and a lot of what it is that I feel comfortable in has to do with me living my life the way I live it every day. Doing the things that I'm doing right now, talking to you guys on this phone, doing my little workouts, doing my little creative projects, day to day to day to day. There's never a point in my life where I feel like reaching out to people. I really don't. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why I'm wired that way, but loneliness doesn't come into play. I feel guilty, you know what I mean? Like literally guilty. And I'm cognizant of the idea that people are not living forever. I've lost people to the point where it's like, man, you wish you reached out to people. But like, you know, I don't think that even if people who have passed away were alive, I would reach out to them. I really don't. Maybe my mother, I would talk more to her, but like a lot of the people that I know I miss means what when they're not in my life when they're alive? What is that really? Like, I'm just guilt tripping myself thinking I'm a bad guy for not reaching out to people. That's what it really comes down to. And not wanting to meet up with folks when they're in town for the one time that they're in town. I'm just not wired properly for a lot of stuff that people do and social stuff. And then, as I said, after watching what I've seen over the last 9 months and seeing so many people be quiet about it, seeing the dystopian attitude about it, I just realized that I'm in a place, and I've been in a place my entire life, where the ideals of what morals are really about in my mind are betrayed by the need to get money and to be acceptable to others by way of different things that people agree to. I just find myself feeling more comfortable, safer, happier, and ultimately without pressure by myself. Like completely by myself. Because when you got to be in people's lives, you got to explain to them what you've been doing. You got to explain to them how you fit into what they would deem acceptable for what your lifestyle should be, or why you haven't been. And if you can't explain that in a way that they respect, chances are they're judging you and uttering to you either how sorry they feel for you, or how much you need to be doing something differently, how you need to be prioritize other things. And I just have no interest for any of that energy. None of it. You know what I mean? I don't care for that. Especially the older I get and the more comfortable I become in my own skin, the more I realize that I don't have any desire for that to be welcome into my life. It's strange enough that that's what it is. And I got people like my boy T that I know I should be reaching out to that don't think like that about me. But the more I spend time in this way, this era of my life, the more I spend going out doing what I do every day, coming home doing what I do every day, the less I feel inclined to break that comfort of being alone to reach out to really anyone. Man, I'm not happy about that. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that's good. When I get back in people's lives and celebrate things, I am always reminded of why the people I have are people I love and I appreciate in my life. But I'm telling you, what I'm starting to realize is they have to keep reaching out to me. They have to. If they want me to be in their lives, it's almost like they have to keep pouring into me. You know what I mean? And that's the same problem I had with Karen. You had to keep pouring into her. Sometimes she would ignore it, but it's like, that's why I felt like she was in my life, to show me how I am toward others. And when that situation went the way that it did, it really hurt that, for which it makes me want to reach out to others. Once I realized that that was affecting me in such a negative way, her behavior toward me, I think it turned me off of people even more. You understand what I'm saying? And so, I don't know, man. I don't think I'm getting stronger in that way. That's what I'm here to say. Is I'm walking down the street, when it comes to my social desires to connect with human beings, it's becoming less and less desirable to me. The more living I do, the less I want to know people. And that's, I guess, is wrong. I believe that's wrong. But with the experiences that I've had, I like when I'm around people, but as far as me getting to want to be around them while I'm by myself, I just never want to, man. I have to be around you in order to want to be around you. It's as strange as that sounds. But as far as me picking up the phone and saying, how are they doing? I'll be wanting to stay away from a lot of conversations, man. A lot of conversations. I'll be wanting not to have certain energy that I know is coming, or at least believe is coming. I'm just happy about myself when I'm doing whatever it is I'm choosing to do. And I'm always busy doing something, working on this channel and various different things we talk about on here, my art, my exercise routine, going to and from, all these different things. It's like, when am I sitting down to pick up the phone to call somebody? When does that become something I desire to do? It never comes in to play. And that's just what it is, man. I'm a true loner. And the more experiences I have in life, the more I want to be by myself. That's what I've come to understand. And the more things I see that people do that I don't appreciate, the more I realize that I'm more comfortable talking to you guys in the phone without any response than I am actually talking to anybody at all. That's strange, man, but I guess we're all wired for what it is that we do. I think that's why I'm the unique person I am online, because I am wired in a way that most people on this earth are not. And so it allows me to be as consistent with this channel as I am. You know what I mean? It allows me to always come back, do Laker videos, always come back, do therapy sessions, always have something in my conversation that's not going to necessarily make some very happy. Because I'm not influenced by anybody, because I keep everybody away from me. You see what I'm saying? It's strange, but it's true. So the conversations that come with, maybe you shouldn't say that. Maybe you should do something else with your time instead of that. Those people who would otherwise tell me they're not around. And maybe that's for worse in some cases, depending on what the conversation is, but it's just what it is. I think that's how God made it. That's how he put me on this earth to walk around. So I hope it makes sense to him as I continue to pray, but as far as me being that social person, like most people are, even though I'm getting out and I'm not isolated, it's still just another version of the same thing, man. Still another version of the same thing. So that's what I want to say, man. For those who are wondering, like, why I ain't heard from B? For those who know me and ain't heard from me, it's because I'm struggling with this, as I always have. And I still care about my friends and family. Still want them to have a good life. But I don't want to answer any questions about what I've been going through. I don't want to ask any questions about why people aren't interested in what I'm doing. I don't particularly find myself frustrated with, I don't have more support on my channel, why you ain't paying. Like, people got other things they want to do just like I do, you know what I mean? I don't hold it against my loved ones for not checking in on me, you know what I mean? I really don't. It doesn't bother me that they don't. Most of the time, I don't equate that to them being neglectful, even if most will. I really do want to be left alone in a lot of cases, and maybe that's not good for a person who is in need of certain things. When you're in my situation, things go bad, you need people. But I'm one of those people where if things go bad and you need me, here I am, I'm coming. My boy T, I'm waiting for him to give me the call when it's time to help him move, I'll be there. If my boy Farad calls and tells me he needs help moving, I'll be there. If Karen tells me, yo, I'm in some trouble, I need to show, I'll be there. Like, that doesn't equate to me not being around for the people that need me. But as far as when they don't necessarily need me and I'm just minding my own business, from day to day to day to day, to hour to hour to hour to hour, that whole let me reach out, curious about, there's something wrong with that side of me. How are they doing? I hope they okay. I go to God. I think I pray about those type of things daily. But I think I'm getting worse in regards to my desire to interact. I don't think I'm getting better at that, even though I'm walking around every day, sitting, being out and about and all that. I don't think that part of me, that part of my brain, that ain't getting the help it needs. And circumstances are making it so that I feel more comfortable without people, man. It's making that significantly more difficult to turn off, I guess you could say. So I just wanted to confess that, man. I want to confess that. My little brother's in town, my sister's in town, my stepmother's in town. They all want to see me. I think my sister's a little perturbed with me because she did tell me she was coming in town back in February. And now that time has come around, it just kind of crept up on me. She's been asking me to go on this trip with them, and it's like, sis, if you knew what I was going through and how I'm equating the world, I don't even think you wouldn't invite me anywhere. If you really knew how your brother's been living for the last 10 months, you would have an entirely different energy toward me. If you knew what I was dealing with and what I've been fighting for, and just the various different things in my life has really been about, you would know that I'm not in a space where even if I wanted to go, I could. You know what I mean? It's just, that's how real it is for me these days. And it's not like I'm asking people to feel sorry for me. If anything, I'm asking for you to not. You know, it's like, if anything, I just want to figure this out. And maybe other people need more from me. Maybe their minds need different things from me. But it's like, if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. It's the same way Karen is in regards to myself. If she ain't got it, it ain't there. You can go through all kinds of loops and hoops wanting more from people, but if it ain't there, it ain't there, man. And right now, it just ain't there. I don't have it. I'm barely getting by mentally. And even though I'm happy in this barely getting by state, I found ways of doing the things that I love to do. As far as me being in a space where I'm gonna be acceptable to you, I probably won't be. You're gonna be wondering why I'm not doing this, and this to improve that, and that. And that's why I'm getting the help that I'm getting. That's why I'm talking to my therapist. So I'm trying to get her to help me figure out, so I can have something reasonable to report back to you, all of my loved ones. So that's what it is, man. I'm not there. I'm not getting what I need there. I'm still in this space. I might as well be sitting in a Linux apartment for a year at a time like I used to do. This is just another version of that now. Only I'm out and about. And I'm buying things on my own. I'm going back and forth to places, but there's still no real interaction with anybody. There's still no actual connection to no one. I'm just doing my thing, doing my creative things, everything that I do. And that's what's natural to me. That's how I've been living Even before some of those bad times hit, I was like that. You know what I mean? So to break that comfort zone, to step into what everybody else does socially, I don't know how to do that. That's like picking teeth out of my face. You know, it's not who I am. And if there are people who don't appreciate that, believe me, I would like to be what you want me to be in that way. I think it would make life a lot easier for me. I think it would make life a lot more comfortable for me in my own skin if I were like everyone else. But I'm not. And I gotta learn how to live with that, and so do you. My name is BDF 44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.